Hello, boys and girls, broadcasting to you live from the Excellence in Numismatic Studios in Cary, North Carolina. It's Coppercoins, and we are here to go through an exciting roll. This is going to be an exciting roll. I've not seen the contents of this roll, although I do know from having gone through a roll from a different year that when a tube is full, like this, of proof coins, it is not 50 coins. So I have this roll that we're going to do today. I have this roll that we're going to do tomorrow. And I have this roll, which is going to fill in the gaps at the end of our draw. I also have these two little interesting markers right here that you should know. I am going to draw right now 2 coins out of this extra tube. 1, 2. And when I hit the free, the person whose name I pulled right before I pull the free chip will get those 2 coins. We'll get 1 each. Yes, gloves. I did wear gloves today simply because I'm dealing with proof coins, and proof coins are extremely easy to mess up with your fingers. So I will be doing proof coins in gloves, and I do not like gloves. So we're going to have to see how this works out. Hope I don't drop too many coins. Hey, Paula, Sindelicious, Stephen Elliott, Levels of Madness, Steve Patat, Paul Hampton. Everybody's throwing up. So I've got 50 chips here with names. I've got 2 chips here that say free. And the 2 chips that say free, if I draw your name, then draw one of these, you get one of these 2 coins, along with the coin you've already pulled for the draw. So there'll be 2 free coins given out during this draw. It's 4:59 by my clock. I'll wait just a couple more minutes to get started in case other people want to show up like Andrew O'Neill. Nothing up my sleeves. I have no sleeves on. I only have gloves, and they're nice and tight. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I'm about to get into something, like maybe something I shouldn't be into. Let's see here. Get this thing taped down. I forgot to do that before I started. I'd like to know exactly where your name is going to show up on the camera, so I put this thing down so I know exactly where the name is when I come back to do a review. So I've got that there where your name is going to go right on that spot. No, not a Santa hat day. My Santa Claus comes with the regular show broadcasts. Now, I'll probably be... Now, I'd only have 1 glove on for Michael Jackson. I've got 2 gloves on. So, not the hee-hee. I'll probably be wearing my Santa Claus hat this evening during the broadcast of the live coin Q&A, which I will be hosting at 8:30 p.m. this evening. And we will have an expert panel of people who will be looking at your coins that you send in through email to checkmycoin@yahoo.com. We'll bring the photos up. We'll talk about the coin. We'll render an opinion as to what you have or what its value is or whatever you want to know about it. And we'll also just be talking about market trends in general. I'm going to do mime this time. That's right. Let me take this out of studio mode so I can see what I'm doing. And then let me bring the chat over here so I'm not looking off in the distance to see who everybody is and what's going on. There we go. And I need to go back to live chat. And it's 2 minutes after the hour and we're ready to get started. So, I'm going to first put all of the names inside my handy dandy bag. Man, I hate gloves. I like them to keep your hands warm. but I don't like them when I'm trying to do very tactile things. My fingers just don't work well within little socks. All right, so here we go. We got our 2 free chips in there. We got our name chips in there. I'm going to go ahead and open today's roll. Oops, there goes one coin right off the bat. Okay, and here is the roll. All 1999S proofs. And what we're especially looking for today, we are in hopes of one of 2 things. Number 1, we would like to find some close AM cents, because wide AM is normal for 1999 proof. We're looking for close AM. The other thing that we'd be looking for is to discover a double die. Discover a new double die, because there are none known for 1999S Lincoln cents, so we're going to see what we can see and see what we can find. Hello, King and Queen stacking. Ramon Juan. See a lot of people here that I've not seen before. Mr. Curtis. Okay. Get these gloves on nice and tight so I can feel the coin as best possible. Let's see how my gloves do at pulling a name. Where are they? Here they are. Down here in the bottom. And I pull Mr. Patat. Mr. Patat gets the first coin in the roll. Let's take a look at the obverse. Now we've got very, very shiny coins here. It's a little bit unusual because we're not used to dealing with this kind of shine. So I'm going to turn my lighting down just a little bit and see if maybe that helps us. It does, not immensely, but it does help. It's a nice cameo proof. Nothing on the obverse. Now for coin number 1, let's flip it over and see what we've got. It is a normal wide AM. Now the close AM on a proof, you're going to have the A and the M are going to be much closer together than this. And if you've got the close AM, the A will be markedly moved to the right of center. Typically it's centered like this one is. But if you get the wide AM, your A is going to be moved pretty far over to the right. And in fact, why don't I take a little short break after this coin and go find an actual wide AM proof so we can take a look at it and see, or an actual close AM proof so we can take a look at it and see what it looks like. So I will do that here very briefly because I know exactly where one is. Here's Mr. Patat's coin. Maybe I'll get used to this. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to it. So there's Mr. Patat's coin number 1. Okay, and excuse me for just one short moment while I go get a coin. Okay, I'm back. Now, when we talk about the wide AM versus close AM proof coins, there is only one year which is normal for the close AM, and that's 1993. So I've grabbed a roll of 1993 proof coins just so I can show you what a proof close AM looks like. So this coin right here is not the next coin in the roll. This is a 1993 proof. And you see with a 1993 proof, your A and your M almost touch each other there. Then if you look over at the A in states, it's moved markedly to the right of center. If you look at the bottom of it, where it's between the two T's, you're very far off center. Now, let me put a 99 right next to it. We'll take a look at both of them together. Okay, here's your 93, which this is normal. And then if you had a 1999 with this reverse, it would be the transitional error. However, this is the normal reverse for 1999. You see how much further the A and the M are split apart? And actually your M is basically going to be centered between the A and the E. So you have just as much space between the A and the M as you do from the M and the E. And you go and you look at this, and you'll see that the M is moved very far over to the A. It has a lot of space to the E. Let's look at that again. Evenly spaced. And this is the wide AM. This is normal for a 1999 proof. And then here's your close AM, which would be an error for the 99 proof. But this is a 93 proof, the only year that this reverse is normal for proof coins. Now, let's look at the other thing I was talking about. See the A in this coin, how it's moved over to the right between the two T's. It's not evenly spaced between the two T's. And then this one, although it's got a fiber sitting right on top of the coin, you can still see. Here, let me take care of that real quick. Oh, my phone's going to ring because I have gloves on and I can't stop it. So here we have, I did not get the fiber off of there, but I will. You can see how the A is very evenly spaced between the two T's. And then as we move over here, you can see how the A is moved very far to the right. There we go. Just threw my phone across the room so it doesn't bother us. Okay, so let's get back onto this roll. I'm going to put the 99 back in its spot. I'm going to put the 93 back in the row. It's nice to be able to have reference coins right next to you all the time. A full roll of 1993s here. Okay. So moving right along. Next coin. Next coin in the roll. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the close AM, the normal 1993 design on a 1999 coin. Mr. Chambers. Mr. Chambers gets the next coin in the roll. Let's take a look at what Mr. Chambers gets. We're also looking for the possibility of any double dies that we did not yet know about because, well, there are no known double dies for the 1999 proof. I figure, well, who knows? We may actually discover something, which is why I'm looking at everything. Flip it over here and get to the other side. Wow, my fingers are definitely not working for me. Okay, this one would be normal because the A is centered between the two T's. We have the wide AM. The initials are also different, but I don't really get into that because they're much more difficult to detect the difference between. If you remember that centering and the spacing right there between the A and the two T's, you'll always hit it straight on. You'll always know exactly what you're looking at. Pretty nice coin otherwise. So, nice proof coin for Mr. Chambers. This is difficult. Very difficult attempting to touch these coins but not touch them. Blow your nose, but don't blow your nose. All right, let's see here. Next, Jeff Dunn. Mr. Dunn. Let's see what Mr. Dunn's coin looks like. And on the obverse, we have looks like a normal proof coin. On the reverse, is it close AM? No. Normal white AM. Have any other doubling? Thank you, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Was the book difficult to find, or have you had it for a while? because I'm hearing from some people that it's actually becoming difficult to find. Which tells me that whether I like it or not, I should probably write another volume of it. Got it for your birthday. Okay. Well, then it wasn't difficult for you to find at all, was it? All you had to do was open a box. Yeah, I'm checking the little Lincoln on the reverse too, just to make sure. Next one goes to Bulldog. And Bulldog's coin. Now, unlike original rolls of the mint state coins, the business strike coins, proofs never came in rolls. They never came in rolls of any kind or any sort. Every proof coin made went into a set of some sort or another by the U.S. Mint, and they did not issue or sell rolls of proof coins. So every proof roll is put together by somebody. Given that every proof roll is put together by somebody, you can see split plating up there. You can see the zinc through the copper plating. Given that every proof roll is a put together roll, you're not going to find repetition of dies like you will with a regular mint state roll. Regular mint state roll, you're going to find between 5 and 12 or 13 different die pairs made all of the coins in your roll. But with a proof roll, all 50 of them could be from different dies, or all 50 of them could be the same die. Either way, you never know. So when we're looking through these, we could find one double die and never expect to find another one in the roll. We could find one wide AM, or one close AM, I mean, and never expect to find another one in the roll. So this one is Taco John. Taco John gets this one. I'm looking for extra thickness in the 9s. I'm looking for anything in and around the eye or the ear. That will show me that there's doubling. I'm looking for extra thickness in Liberty. See if I can find any class 9 doubling in Liberty. Your doubling type, how your doubling shows up and where it shows up, are going to be relatively the same on these proof coins as it would be on business strike coins. It's going to be a little cleaner looking, a little bit different looking. Oop, there's a spot on that one. I'm seeing nothing special on this coin so far. So we have another, I check that AM again. Yep, okay, it's normal. We have another normal 1999 S proof coin. These proofs are really cool. They're all real pretty. I mean, they're all real nice coins. A couple of them here and there might have some spots, some little spots, but for the better part, they should all be a proof 66 or better. All of them so far look to be a deep cameo as well. So you see 3 copies of my book out there. Okay, next one for Bulldog. Let's see what Bulldog gets. I'm also looking for struck throughs, planchet flaws, anything that would be an unusual thing to get on a proof coin, so that we can say, hey, we found something odd, we found something different. Because on proof coins, you just never know what you're going to end up with. You could end up with something really good, or you could end up with just a proof coin. And that's what we've got here on the obverse, is just a proof coin. Let's see what we got on the reverse side. Okay, we have another normal wide AM. A little bit of a spot, a little bit of haze. Not seeing any doubling. Okay, that shows another coin, another normal one here. And that's coin number 6. This is going a little slower simply because I got the gloves on. If I didn't have gloves on, I'd be a lot faster. But I'm not going to take them off because it's important that these coins don't get touched. Because of the lightest touch can cause issues on the coin. Next one belongs to Majestic. Majestic Sounds of Coins. And I have, looks like a normal obverse. Pretty nice grade. Normal obverse though. And let's see this side. Hello, Robert. Tomorrow's going to be another exciting day of roll openings. We've got the 1956 roll coming up at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I was supposed to do this one at 4 p.m. today. Oops, I skipped a whole hour. Sorry. I got the 56 at 5 tomorrow, and I've got the 99, the other 99 roll at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And for those of you who got into the roll openings for last week, I am finishing up those coins now, just about to mail your orders out. Midnight Silver Run. Wish I can't even get the chips to lay down right. Midnight Silver Run. Let's see what we got here on the obverse. Looking for extra thickness in the area of In God We Trust. I'm looking for extra thickness and or notching in the letters of liberty. Looking for anything on the bow tie, the mouth, the beard, the hair, the ear, the eye, anything that looks like doubling or extra thickness going on in that area. And then the date and mint mark. Now this is one of those coins that was minted during the period of time that if the mint mark is doubled, it's not an RPM, it's part of a double die or machine doubling. And we have a normal white AM. If absolutely nothing else, this will give you an example of what a normal 1999 S proof looks like. So you'll be able to go to shows and start working on cherrying your own. Now these are very scarce, very scarce. I have been through probably 300 or 400 sets in my days, and I have found 3 of them. So they're not common at all, but they're also not impossible to find, which is why I figured this would be a good roll to do a reveal on, because somebody could walk out of here with a really nice coin. Now, really nice coin. If they grade, let's say, an MS67 deep cameo, which is kind of typical for a 99S proof, you're talking about a $75 to $100 coin. And then if we should happen to find a double die, as far as I know, it'd be the first one listed, because I don't have any 99S double dies listed in the system. And if there are any listed, they'd have to be with somebody else, and I am not familiar with them. Okay, this is a normal wide AM. We've had a few new people walk in since we started this. So I might get that 93 out again and take a look at it. It's kind of a refresher of the eyes, and also gives me the ability to teach people new stuff, because when they see a real proof close AM, then they know what they're looking for. Oh, free. Guess what? Bill Betts gets himself a free one. How about that? He only got one spot in this roll. He bought one spot and he gets the free ones. Okay, here's the first free one. This one belongs to Bill Betts. A lot of fibers on these, and these fibers are coming from my gloves. Just little tiny cotton fibers. They're not going to hurt the coin at all. They are clean. Let's look at the reverse for Mr. Betts. And drum roll, we have a normal white AM. Well, I tried. He even got 2 coins out of the deal and still didn't get the close AM that we're looking for. But, you know, looking for a close AM is kind of like... it really is kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack. You don't see them often. But it's always me to be looking for the stuff that you don't find often. And that's what I love to look for. Because that's the kind of stuff, folks. That's the kind of stuff that makes your heart go pitter-patter when you're doing your searching. Got that one marked as belonging to Mr. Betts. Congratulations, Mr. Betts. You have yourself a free coin. All right. Got one freebie left. No tossbacks. If this one's a freebie, it goes to Betts as well. And Benjamin Marlar gets this one. So Benjamin Marlar moves us on in the roll. And what do we have here? Looks like a normal proof coin from that side of things. Flip it over and take a look at the other side. I'm reading the chat too. I'm multitasking. Penny always tells me not to try to multitask. Right, we're looking for a class 9 or a white AM. Because you're generally not going to find any other class of doubling on these because they're too new. Class 9 is the shifted hub doubling that happens on the single squeeze technique of die pressing. So you'll find a class 9 double die, which will be extra thickness without necessarily having any separation. But you will have notching sometimes in the more major ones. Or you'll have a portion of the very center of the design that's just slightly doubled, kind of like a column or the ear or something like that on a class 9. Mr. Stanley. Mr. Stanley is relatively new to the family. He decided to get in on this roll and see what he can get out of it, and we're going to try to produce something nice for him. One nice one doesn't necessarily mean any other nice ones, but we can sure hope. I'd love for this whole roll to be close AMs. That would be awesome. Sauce. Oh, we have a white AM and we have a stain. Looks like a little bit of hazing on the coin. That's a bummer. That goes all the way down to here. So it's a big oval blotch in the center. Oh, yeah, there it is. I can see it. Big oval blotch in the center of the coin that has some hazing on it. That just comes from storage. So I'm thinking it's almost a good thing that wasn't a really nice double die. That would be a heartbreak. Yeah, I can see it. It's not bad. It's just a shifting color. It looks a lot worse under the scope than it does if I just look at it. All right, Mr. Stanley, here's your coin, number 12. Coin number 13. Oops, I got 2 names out. I only wish I was good at this with gloves on. Mr. Polhampton. Class 9 is actually called shifted hub doubling. Distorted hub doubling is class 2. Class 2 is distorted hub doubling. It basically usually means that you've got doubling toward the rim near the outside edge of the design, and that doubling will have separation lines. So it will look like real doubling. Then you have what's called class 6 distended hub doubling. Distended hub doubling is a spread of the hub that does not show any separation lines. So what you're going to have is a lot of fat extra thickness toward the rim on most of the outer lettering. Then you've got Class 9. Class 9 is classified as shifted hub doubling. Shifted hub doubling happens within a single squeeze. So you have the single squeeze die making technique, which once the hub presses into the die, it continues to press into the die until the die is finished. So you don't have multiple hubbings like you would with the older fashioned dies that could give you Class 5, Class 1, Class 3, all the different other classes. The Class 9 is going to be the only class that is available, in my mind, for single squeeze coins, simply because it's a method of how the dies were made. It's not based on result, it's based on cause. And so the cause of a Class 9 double die is single squeeze hubbing. There's a bubble. It's a gas bubble on the coin right there. You can see it in the field. There's a few of them out there. The field's a little mottled. But Class 9 can only happen on single squeeze coins. Hey, look at that. We got a struck through. A little struck through fiber of some sort in the jacket, or struck through a little piece of wire. That's actually a concavity in the coin. So that line is sunken into the coin. So Mr. Dowdle got him a nice little piece of proof error. Let's see what that reverse looks like. Let's see if we got ourselves may have a close AM here. No. Okay, no close AM, but we did have a little struck through. Looks like a struck through wire on the obverse. It's in the coat, so you'll have to use a glass to see it. But it is a very nice coin. That's for Mr. Dowdle. Try to pick up his name. Maybe I should just wear one glove. No, because then I would have... Oh, Mr. Dowdle gets the next one as well. I would have the inclination to act like Michael Jackson and make a fool of myself if I only had one glove on. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. I don't know why it would only be a one glove thing. He wore two gloves at times. He wore one glove at times. He wore whatever he wanted to wear. And frankly, if I was made of the kind of money he was, I'd wear whatever I wanted to wear. Well, actually, I do wear whatever I want to wear. I have no uniform. I don't ever have to wear a tie. My boss has no dress code, so I have no dress code. Oh, wait a minute, I am the boss. I'm seeing reflections in the sides of some of these letters off the rim. They look a little bit like doubling, but once you learn the lighting and learn this particular scope with this particular lighting, you'll understand the difference well enough that you'll skip right over it. And there's Mr. Dowdle, coin number 15. Coin number 16. We'll go to Mr. Chambers again. There are not 50 coins in this roll, which is fine. We're going to have to fill in. I'm one of those, I guess I'm a penny savant to the point that I can look at a stack of pennies and tell you if it's short of a full roll. It's like I see 46 or 47 coins here. We'll figure it out. But definitely not 50. Rain Man says not 50. Mr. Chambers got himself a decent but normal coin. I hope I find one in this roll. They're exciting to find. Love finding them. Hello, Bill Betts. Well, if you just got to the show, sir, when I pulled your name out of the hat and got you a proof coin, I went back into the hat and I pulled you for a free one. So now you're getting two for the price of one. But unfortunately, we've not found anything of special value in this roll yet. We've found a number of proof coins, but that's about it. We've not found any close AMs. We've not found any double dies. I wouldn't expect to find any double dies because, well, that would just be way outside the norm. Excuse me. But at least a wide AM or a close AM I think is possible in this roll. As I was explaining to everyone that they are not to be expected simply because, well, they're just not normal. Hello, Layla lady. Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn gets the next coin in the roll. What did Jeff Dunn get? Jeff Dunn got a normal 1999 proof coin on the obverse. Let's see what the reverse looks like. And it's a normal white AM design. Okay, we're going to take a little intermission right here with this coin, and I'm going to go ahead and get the 93 back out so we can have, we've got enough people in here now that we have flip-flopped some of our audience, and I want everyone to have the opportunity to see what this looks like side by side. Now, 1993 is the only year for which this is normal. 1999 would be an error. This is a close AM proof coin. You can see that the M is moved much closer to the A than it is to the E. And if you look at the A in states, you'll notice that it's moved far more to the right than to the left. It's not centered. It's moved over to the right. Now, this is normal for a 1999. You have a wide split between the A and the M. The M is equidistant between the A and the E. And your A in states is equidistant between the two T's. It's centered. So there's your biggest differences. There is a difference in the initials too. The initials here are far closer to the base on the wide AM, the normal wide AM, than they would be on the close AM, which they're further away from the base. The close AM also doesn't have the serif at the bottom of the G, and the wide AM does. You see that little triangle point coming off the bottom of the G. It's not on this coin. It's squared off on the bottom. But your biggest points are going to be the M further to the left, so it almost touches the A, and then the A further to the right, so it almost touches the right-hand T. And then here's your normal 99. Your normal 99 has the M evenly spaced between the A and the E, and your A in states is evenly spaced between the two T's. And so that's what we've got. I'm going to put this 93 back in the roll so I don't mix it up. There's my wife. Just got home from work. 5:36. Okay. Now this 99 that I just used as our example sample goes to Mr. Dunn. I'll put Mr. Dunn's name in with this one. Layla Lady, I have found 3 of the close AM proof 1999 coins, and I didn't find, but I did purchase one of the 98s. This one goes to Sissy Atwell. Sissy Atwell, what do you get here? Looks like we might have something. No. Looks like maybe there might have been a little extra thickness there, but I don't see it now that I've turned it around. That's why it's always important to turn your coins around while you're looking at them. You may see something at one angle and not see it at a different angle. You don't want to put yourself in the position of missing something just because you were too hasty about pulling the coin away from the scope. Your scope doesn't care how long you leave the coin under there. reverse. Normal obverse, normal reverse. Well, Sissy Atwell gets a quote-unquote normal coin. Do we have something there? So there might be a gouge or something between the U and the N. Let me take a look at that with my loop real quick and see what I can see on it, because I can't really tell what it is in that view. And whatever it was left me. So it must have been sitting on the coin, or just a artifact of the lighting. All right, there's Sissy's coin, number 19. Usually when they change the design, they're changing it to refresh the design. Let's say, for instance, this one's Sissy Atwell as well. In 1969, they came up with a whole new engraving, whole new design to replace the 1968 design, which was just very tired. It was very tired and worn out, so they replaced both the obverse and the reverse for 1969. Then they went through a couple of other changes, engraving and different types of engraving and stuff. This looks like it's got toning on it. I'll pull it back and take a look at the colors and see if it's attractive toning. Put my eyeballs on here real quick and take a good look at this. It's just haze. It's a little bit of haze on the coin. It's not a big deal. Well, so far I'm pleased enough with the quality of these coins. I'm finding out they are all normal though so far. That's what I was saying about the design changes. They do these design changes just to make it easier to make the dies live longer, to show a little bit more detail in areas that they think they've missed on the coin, to change details slightly because of weaknesses in the design that cause cracks and other problems. There's a number of different reasons why they will change the design slightly, and they've done it a number of times. The bust, the obverse design, has been changed since this coin came out. The brand new proofs and business strike coins have different relief on the bust than these 1999s do. Almost to the extent that it appears that the newer coins have the older design, like the 1909s, because the relief of the entire bust actually, oh, look at that. Interesting little toning spot there. Nice little colors. Nice little colors. Had little happy colors live right over here. And we have looks like a normal proof coin. I'm blabbering because I must not be saying anything really important because I can't remember what I was talking about. That's the periodic change of designs. No, Andrew, you have to play the game to win. That's the problem. I have to have you playing the game, buddy. Have to get on our next roll reveal. I get $4 a coin. It's worth taking a chance on trying to find a $100 coin in this roll. It could exist. It could be here, but it's not this coin. This one's another normal white AM. So that's about all we've found here so far on the reverses. In fact, so far we haven't found anything really worth speaking of, other than a good educational moment here and there. Now that's coin number 22 for Majestic Sounds of Coins. Coin number 23. Oh, you are? Sorry, I didn't know. Now, I think you're in the other roll. I don't think you're in this roll. Benjamin Marler. I don't remember writing your name down, brother. So you'd have to be in the next roll, which is tomorrow afternoon. Good try. I don't have the names made up for the next one, though, yet. I'll do that later on tonight, probably. It's after I do this, then take a bunch of photos, and then work on inventory for a little while. I might even eat dinner this evening. Another normal coin goes to Benjamin Marler. That's right, no eating dinner for me. I'll eat dinner when I'm dead. It's way overrated. Majestic gets another one. Nothing so far. I'm actually looking for realistic split serifs, extra width, things that would make you go, wow, that's a double die. Just haven't been seeing it. That orange spot right in the center of the coin. It's interesting. Let's see here. Oh, what do we have here? Reflections again. Okay. Have ourselves yet another normal coin. You're brain fried? Yeah, I'm brain fried. I came on an hour late, so it's my fault. Yeah, I do have the coin Q&A, live coin Q&A coming up at 8:30 Eastern time today. There's Copper Kingdom again. This is Copper Kingdom's second coin of the roll. And I see nothing on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick. And it is a normal white AM coin. Levels, did you get one in the other 99 roll, or did you not get 99s at all? I can't remember. Still haven't given away that second one. I say that, now I'm probably going to draw it. Nope. Copper Kingdom. Copper Kingdom gets the next coin. No 99s for levels of madness. Yeah, different strokes for different folks. That's why I try to change out what I'm doing, is to give everybody a little taste of what they want to see. And for other people, they would love to do this, but it's not in the budget. Which I understand. Not everybody can do everything there is to do in coins, that's for sure. Nobody I know can afford it. And heck, well, I'm just trying to pay bills. Oops. Get his name in there. It's the hardest part to pick up. Never thought I'd actually have trouble stuffing someone's name in a flip, but when you got gloves on, the whole world changes. Yeah, I did get the glare cut down. It's because I moved everything up closer to the camera. Everything's much closer to the camera now. And so it took out a whole lot of the glare. I'm still not really happy with everything. I need to get a new camera, but I don't know what kind of camera to get. What I have there right now is a 720p webcam, this one right here, and this one's a 1080 HD, this one's a 720, and then down under here is my dyno light. So I'm looking at buying a 1080 webcam. And I was kind of looking for something that might really work well, something that would have some sort of a natural fitting that I could put some sort of an adapter on, hook it up to my microscope and use it. That'd be super cool. My little 720p, the one up here, that one works really well with my scope. But the problem with it is that it doesn't have a lot of resolution. So it focuses up well and everything on the scope. It just doesn't show the details the way I would like for it to. So there we have it. Coin number 28. Coin number 28. We'll go to Mr. Hampton. If somebody understands all this camera jargon really well and could tell me what kind of camera I could get for, say, I don't know, $75 or less, that would work really well for this purpose of being able to show my hands here and then put it on the eyepiece of a microscope to shine into a microscope. If you have any questions about that use, you can see what this camera looks like, this one, hooked up to a microscope in one of my roll digs. Go back in the channel and find one of the couple of roll digs that I've done and watch that. You'll see how coins show up under this using my microscope. They're a little rough looking, just a little rough. Not quite the sharpness of detail I would like to see. Not enough pixels to work with. It's only a 720p camera. And well, 720p cameras are kind of outdated now. I think I've had that one for 10 years. Majestic. Nothing wonderful so far. It's just not showing up to be what I was kind of hoping it could be. It's showing up to be a lot more like what we expect it to be. A bunch of normal 1999 proof coins. They are cool. They're cute. But so far they've all been normal. Hidden is a pewter genius. He knows all about them pewters. Maybe he'll help me out. I need somebody to recommend to me what I should buy for a good web camera that I can use on my microscope. I saw a camera for like $80 or something like that. I just didn't trust myself to be able to buy the right thing, so I didn't buy it. It's like, if I get this thing and it doesn't work, I'm going to have to return it, and that's a pain. Don't want to have to return it. I'd rather just know what I'm getting before I buy it. Well, actually, I need to put Mr. Dowdle's name in there. Mr. McBride gets the next coin. Actually, if I were using my microscope to show these coins, these shows could be 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Because I can go through a half a roll of coins. Actually, I can go through a full roll of coins every 3 minutes when I'm just sitting down looking through rolls. So if I just sit down and pop 50 coins out and just shoot through them, I can get through the entire roll, obverse and reverse, inside of 3 or 4 minutes. Unless there's things to be pulled. If there's double dies and repunch mint marks, then I have to spend the extra time to pull them off of my scent slide and put them to the side so I can put them in holders. That's usually where they sit for a couple of days. I get frustrated because I want to find goodies. That's all I really want to be doing. I want to find goodies. I don't want to go through rolls and rolls of coins just for the exercise, because it's a horrible exercise. Yeah, there have been a couple of decent gems, but nothing like 69 like. They've all been relatively typical. Few have a little bit of haze on them. Most of them have a couple of little flecks of something on them. But it's just little flecks. Nothing nasty. Well, maybe a spot or two, but nothing else nasty. You know, Sissy got herself another normal coin, and coin number 31. Coin number 31. Now serving N32. N32. I'm trying to get one chip here. I got two of them, and they're kind of stuck together. Drats. All right, we got one. Midnight Silver Run. That's what was causing me issues. There we go. Let's take a look at this coin. Next one in the roll. To Midnight Silver Run. All right. Let's see if I got anything on the bust area. Yeah. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right. Nothing there. So I've had people actually concerned about me burning my candle at both ends because seem to be tired all the time. Well, that's a little personal note. Let me explain this to you. I take medication, and the medication that I take tends to make me a little tired when I ingest sugar. And, well, when I drink coffee, I drink my coffee with sugar because I like it that way. And because you're not going to tell me I can't do it. And so it makes me tired. When it makes me tired, I have a tendency to yawn. I got two again. I'm going to take the top one. I just can't get these apart with these stupid gloves. Here we go. Got the top one. Top one says Midnight. Well, Midnight just got a coin. So this would be Midnight's second coin here. And he might have gotten one already. I can't remember. All right. This one's Midnight. This particular roll, it doesn't really matter because, as I was saying in the early part of the broadcast, proof rolls were never created as proof rolls by the Mint. They never sold rolls of proof coins. All proof rolls are created aftermarket by dealers who take apart proof sets and submit some coins and put others in tubes. And they sell the coins generally in tubes as proof rolls. And proof rolls do actually have a bid price. And the bid price, the dealer bid price, is based on the dealer bid price for a coin times 50. The problem with that is that the tubes that are designed for 50 coins, when you have proof coins, you generally don't get 50 coins into a tube. Because by the time you get 50 coins into a tube, you're like 4 or 5 coins over the capacity of the tube. So when you buy modern proof rolls, a lot of times you're not going to get 50 full coins in the roll. Midnight again. Holy moly. What is this? 3 in a row? 1, 2, 3 in a row? Who got this one? That was Sissy. Sissy, and then 2. He's got 2 of them right here, and he's got his third one right here. That's just in this little small part of the roll here. There's a 99. And it appears to be normal on the obverse. So, I am diabetic, I am on glipizide, and I do yawn from time to time. Not necessarily that I'm actually sleepy tired. It's just that I don't get enough oxygen into my brain, and yawning helps me pull more oxygen into my brain, which is typically an action that happens when you're tired. I'm not tired. I could be up for another 7 hours, and I'd be yawning all the way through it, but I would not be ready to go to sleep. So it is what it is. I sit in here and I enjoy what I'm doing to the point that I lose focus and attention on everything else, including the clock. And sometimes I don't go to bed until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And, well, that's just because I wasn't paying good attention. Mr. Stanley gets the next coin in the roll. Got 2.5 hours to broadcast time on the coin Q&A, which I'll be hosting right here on this channel this evening. I have a full panel of numismatic enthusiasts and experts who will be there to share everyone's emails regarding their coins, asking questions about said coins so that we can answer them and everyone can learn from the process. I have actually learned a number of things during that show about coins, paper currency and other things like that I had never learned before. And so even though I'm hosting the show and I'm considered a coin expert, there are a number of things I don't know about coins that I learn just by the research that we do or by someone else on the panel or someone in the audience based on coins that I didn't know existed or other factors. Mr. McBride, I still haven't given away my second free coin. Still haven't given away the second free coin in this roll. There's one little spot on the forehead there. Little tiny spot on the shoulder above the D in VDB. Nothing else I've mentioned on that side. Let's take a look at this side and see if we got a close AM, and we don't. Wide AM. Decent coin, really good album proof coin, but nothing stupendous on this one. And that's coin number 36. And that's for Mr. McBride. Coin number 37 in this roll will go to Taco John. Taco John, another relatively newcomer to the family. It's been around for a couple of weeks now. Interesting name. Every time I hear his name, I'm thinking of some guy in a sombrero sitting outside of a clay house. Watching everybody go by. I have no idea why I think that. If you're sending questions that don't require photos, then you don't have to send photos. You can just send your question. The email address for that is checkmycoin@yahoo.com. Checkmycoin@yahoo.com. Usually, Ken Peavy and Shay Hoffmaster are there to help us with the emails, going through the emails and pulling up the images. Usually we have Chris Rhodes, we have Paula, we'll have Jessica, we'll have myself, may have guest members on the panel. Oop, Mr. Dunn. Mr. Dunn gets the next coin. Still haven't hit our second freebie. I'd expect that second freebie to come along just about any time now because we're starting to get low on chips. We got 12, 13 left. I don't have 13 coins sitting in front of me, so we're going to have to steal coins out of another roll, which is likely what we're going to have to do to explain to people again. A full proof roll doesn't necessarily mean 50 coins because 50 coins is way more than will fit in the roll. Because proof coins are minted in such a fashion that they have very high sharp rims. They don't stack quite like the mint state coins do. So it's a little more difficult to get them all to fit together in a shorter roll. So, is that one? I can't tell if I'm grabbing one or not. It is one. Sissy Atwell. Sissy Atwell gets the next coin. Oh, look at the colors on that one. It's got some interesting toning on it. Anytime you see color, that color is going to be a slightly different color from another part of the coin. And that color shows up pretty nicely when you look at the entire coin together. Look at that. There's some pretty colors on this one. we'll pull this one out and look under camera number 2 so we can see the colors. Hopefully we'll be able to see the colors from there. We have a normal coin, normal white AM, and no hub doubling that I can see. So let's stick this up and put it on camera number 2 to see if we get any toning colors. Oops. Well, that didn't work. I'm going to have to do it with my gloved fingers. What was the obverse that we were looking at, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I can see some colors there. Let's see. And it's really kind of hard to see. And I can't get it to focus this close. That's another problem with this particular one. Frank! Yeah, I know Christopher likely won't be there tonight. He's been having fun. He's out on vacation. Finally got himself out of PA for a little while. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton gets the next coin in the roll. And what do we have? Appears to be a normal coin. On the obverse. No hub doubling do I see. Let's check the reverse. Close AM? No. It's a white AM. Normal white AM. No hub doubling here. Oops. I almost dropped that one. So I just find it very difficult to do this in gloves. Not used to dealing with rolls of proof coins. Not used to dealing with gloves. All right, time travelers, you come on back in just a few. Mr. Frank, how's New York doing today? Taco John gets the next coin in the roll. Let's see what Taco John gets. And we have a happy little coin with no flaws, no errors, and no varieties on this side. Let's take a look at the other side. Chilly but seasonal. I guess for you, chilly is what? 30s? Maybe 35? Barely above freezing, above snow weather. You've probably already had 2 feet of snow so far. And us here in North Carolina, well, it's been cold enough for snow a couple of times, but we haven't had any snow. It's more than I can say about Florida. My paisan down in Florida, he's sitting in 85 degrees pretty much every day. Another friend in St. Petersburg, I saw him on Facebook the other day complaining about the cold weather. It was 64. All right, Mr. Stanley. Mr. Stanley gets the next coin in the roll. We are on coin number 42 and have not pulled for our second free coin yet. So we still have one free 1999 S coin to draw out of the bag, which will go to the person whose name was drawn just previous to that one. That's the best way to say that. I keep thinking I'm like tripping on my tongue to say it, but there really isn't a better way, I don't think. It's a glove fiber. All the glove fibers you guys get in these rolls and these coins and the flips are free. I'm not going to charge you anything extra for them, even though they did come from my gloves. What you don't get is a fingerprint. I think that's the important part. Alrighty. Copper Kingdom. All right, Calvin Klein, what you got there, brother? CK. I think there was a stuff. I think it was called CKB. That's what my wife had me wearing at the time. CKB. Here's another one. That's a normal one. Pull that one off. Every once in a while, I do actually get really tired during work, and I'll have to take a nap. That doesn't happen very often anymore, but right after I moved here, my gosh, I think I was taking a nap almost every day. Well, hello, Vicky. Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, here's Copper Kingdom again. Well, if you got a spot in this roll and you have not seen your spot come up yet, you got a pretty good chance of turning up a free coin. Because I have not drawn the free coin yet, and we only have 6 coins left in the roll. That's 6 coins left in the roll. Your chances are 1 in 6 of winning at this point. So what are those odds, Chucky? I think it is 18 to 1. But now it's 1 in 6. Mr. Stanley? Well, Mr. Stanley sure popped up real quick right there in succession. Right here at just about the end of the roll. I am certain at this point that there are not 50 coins in this roll, that there are fewer than 50 coins in this roll, which means that I'm going to have to steal coins from another roll to supply the remainder of the 50 in this roll that were purchased. This particular coin by Mr. Stanley, and I've not received anything out of norm yet for any of these coins, so we're still working on it. I do not go through these rolls prior to them being shown on this show. Mr. Dowdle gets the next one. Prior to the coins being shown on this show, I do not touch them. Go through the rolls, and I go through the rolls with you. Sometimes I do touch them just to be sure that they are full rolls if they're not bank sealed. If they're tubed rolls, sometimes I'll open them and count the coins. I did count the 1956s, but that is all I did. I did not look at any of them. This one's got toning around it. See the purple around the edge? It's a purplish blue right around the edge. It's kind of nice. But it is a typical white AM, which means that it's a normal 1999 proof. Looks like we're down 1 coin. Just 1 coin shy of a full roll. Oops, I gotta get Mr. Dowdle's name in there. There we go. Now we know the owner of that coin. Let's see who the owner of the next coin is. Mr. Patet. Oh, we waited long enough for that one. Let's see what Mr. Patet gets. Well, there's no chance that the same person is going to get both free coins in the roll, because the person who got the first free coin only purchased 1 coin in the roll. It's kind of like the idea of buying 1 lottery ticket and a chance of 290 million to 1 and being the one who wins. That happened about 10 years ago in Idaho. The girl bought a Powerball ticket. She only got 1. She won the Powerball. Yeah, the thing about, I just grab more than 1. I try to just keep grabbing 1. Oh, there we go. Mr. Patet gets the other one. Mr. Patet gets the other free coin. So here's the other free coin. And let's see what's on the obverse. Okay. Nothing new. These proof rolls take longer to go through. And the reason proof rolls take longer to go through is because you have to check every coin closely. Because you don't get to pull markers and then go faster toward the end of the roll knowing, oh, well, this one's the same as the die I saw back here and there. First of all, markers are really tiny on proof coins. So they're often very difficult to tell exactly where. I'm looking for a marker right now just to show you how small they can be. See that little line running from the top of the A to the rim? That little flow line? That's one that I could use as a marker because it's a specific flow line in a specific spot. But on proof coins, man, these things are really hard to... You know what I did do? I think I accidentally... I'm pretty sure I accidentally did. I put Bill Betts' free coin in a numbered holder. I did. And I needed that number to not be there. So I'm going to have to pull it out. I can't do this with gloves on. The factor of 20 came at me right there in trying to get that to work. It was frustration times 20. You're about to see 4-letter words, and I decided just to stop. Not gonna happen. I have to be nice. Okay, there's Mr. Betts' free coin. It is not coin number 10 out of the roll. I'm gonna have to draw coin number 10 out of the roll next. Okay, this is Mr. Patat's free coin. We get a new flip. For Mr. Patat's free coin. Because if I don't do it this way, we're going to end up short 2 coins. Just kind of realized that all at once. Okay. There's Mr. Patat's coin number 47. There's Mr. Patat's free coin. We're going to do coin number 10 right now. Not that it really matters. We're 2 coins short on the roll. Bulldog gets this one. I'll put my glove back on. Hee hee. That's all you get. And here we go. I'm sorry, what was the question? Majestic, your name has been called, yes, sir. Let's see what we've got going on here. I had 2 free coins to give away out of my pad roll. And I've given those away already. So there's no free coins left. Bulldog has this coin. This will be coin number 10 for the roll, even though it's out of order. I'm not going to change all the numbers around because it never really mattered to begin with. What order your names came out or what order the coins were in the roll or anything else. It's all kind of just a freak of chance. Let me get another new, fresh, get myself another fresh flip here. And I'm going to put the slip for number 10 in there. So I got the insert for number 10. I got Bulldog's name in there. And Bulldog's coin. Okay. Now we're back on. Yep, now we're back on. I need to pull 2 coins out of this roll. Where is that source roll? That's not it. This is it right here. Alright, so I'm going to pull 2 coins out of here. Right off the top, might as well. And these are going to be the last 2 coins in the roll. Just like that. So now I have enough coins to fill everybody's envelopes or boxes. Okay, coin number 48. Mr. Patat. What's a jib jab? I don't know what a jib jab is. Looks like we are normal on this side. We have a wide AM, which is normal. I don't see any hub doubling. I will be looking at all these coins again prior to sending these out. It's what I've been working on with the roll reveals from this past week. I've not sent those out yet. I will get them out tomorrow. Just got a lot of work stacked on top of me right now, which I asked for it. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it. I'm only one person. Joe McBride. Mr. McBride gets the next coin in the roll. Sorry I misled you guys and came on an hour late. I made up the time myself, and maybe I should do something a little bit more constructive toward scheduling things in advance to the point where everyone knows when I'm going to be around and when I'm not. Because I know you guys enjoy watching this. You also enjoy being able to get the Q&A in and discuss things with me. And listen to me talk to you about the different coins. And some people, I suppose, find it relaxing. How, I don't know, but it's just some people. So I need to do a little bit better job making sure that I get my scheduled times out there. They need to be a little more structured. This is the last name in the bag. The bag is empty. And it's Sissy Atwell. Sissy Atwell gets the last coin. Nice proof coin. Really nice one. Nothing on the obverse do I see. And on the reverse, we have a regular white AM. So almost got you there. Not a close AM. So nothing special out of this roll, which is what we always go into these expecting. You expect to get nothing, hope for better. Unless you don't buy lottery tickets expecting to win the lottery, you buy lottery tickets hoping to win the lottery. Okay, and that's it for that roll. A ton of questions. A 1999 proof coin on hand to show an example of the Class 9. I don't know of any 1999 proof coins that have a Class 9 doubling. What we were looking for was the undiscovered elephant. Something that would be a news story. That I know of, there aren't any. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, that I know of, there aren't any. If you don't mind, I'm going to lean back here for a little while. We can just chit-chat for a couple of minutes before I go down and grab my dinner and get ready for my broadcast this evening. I will be hosting the show this evening, the live coin Q&A. The live coin Q&A will be at 8:30 Eastern Time. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 5:30 Pacific. Did I say that right? I hope I did. And we will be talking about different things in the market, in the coin market. We'll be talking to each other about, what we've gotten, what we found, what's going on. We'll be answering emails from the audience. Your email, you can send questions or you can send photos of your coins to checkmycoin@yahoo.com. Nope. It's not going to get any closer to me. Checkmycoin@yahoo.com. And we will happily look at your images and tell you what you have. If we know values for them, we'll explain the value to you. explain its rarity or other things that we happen to know about your coin. Anything you found that has stumped you in the past or that you think has stumped you, then you can bring it up to us. We should be able to find a good answer, and if we can't find a good answer, we'll know where to look for them. Now, the couple of things I have to announce. The first thing is, tomorrow at around this time, actually around 5 o'clock, I will be doing a roll reveal on a 1956 proof roll. 1956 proof roll. 1956 proof is known for a few really nice doubled dies and then a few other lesser known doubled dies. And if we happen to find any cameos in there, that's also a really good thing because cameo proof is unusual for 1956. And then after that, we'll be doing another 1999 S roll. And during this coming week, I'm hoping to get in some more rolls that we will be able to do other roll reveals of. This coming Tuesday, we're going to be doing a regular auction. It'll be a regular auction. It's Thanksgiving week on Tuesday. But then the following week, our auction is going to be a special auction. It will be an auction that will be nothing but rolls. It's going to be a Cyber Monday roll special. We may throw in a few singles here and there, but it's going to be mostly rolls. And it's going to be kind of like the big roll sale that we had a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago. I'm going to try to sell close to 4,000 or 2,000 rolls. And it's going to be right here on my channel. Let's see. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to bring it up here. Hang on. I probably should have done this earlier, but image file. Hang on a second. I'll pull up the pretty little graphic that I did for it. There we go. So it's the Cyber Monday's massive roll sale. It's over 2,000 cent rolls are going to be available. So it'll be December 2nd, 2019, which is on Monday. It's on Cyber Monday. It's the Monday after Thanksgiving at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to have 2,000 rolls to move. I'm going to try to move 2,000 rolls, and here's why. Because in January, I get the distinction of being able to travel to Florida to go to the fun show. I will be at the fun show in Florida. And then directly after the fun show, I'll be going elsewhere in Florida to pick up an inventory of nearly 13,000 rolls of Lincoln Cents. And I'll be trucking those back to North Carolina. So I'm going to be trying to make some room over the coming weeks by selling off a number of the rolls that I got back in July. And I've got a lot of them. I still have thousands and thousands of rolls. So that's what we've got there coming up. Why are you confused, Vicky? I'll try to figure out why Vicky is confused and get her unconfused. It is a lot of copper. A lot of copper and a lot of zinc. Whole lot of coins. Of course, Majestic, we can meet up. I'll try to meet up with you and anyone else who wants to meet up. We can go as a group and we can have a Coppercoins lunch or dinner. Probably dinner. Lunch is less likely because, well, typically when I am at a show, especially like the fun show, I work all day, every day while I'm at the show. I'm working on picking inventory, buying rolls, networking with people. It's about the only chance I get to get out of the house and actually meet other people who have coins. So we'll be doing that there. I'll be there from Thursday morning when the show opens to the public until Sunday afternoon. So I'll be there most of the duration of the public opening of the show. We're flying into town from Raleigh-Durham. We're going to be flying from Raleigh-Durham to Orlando Airport. Renting a car and driving over and checking into the hotel, and then we'll do dinner and make it to the show the next morning. So Thursday or Friday or Saturday, I guess, would be fine, I think. If anyone else is going to be at the fun show, please let me know. We'll work on trying to meet up, especially if we can all meet together for a good meal. I know of a place that I really like. If the weather is nice, you can eat outside, and it's really cool. It's, nothing highly special because they have them around, but it's actually good food. It's called Bahama Breeze. Really good restaurant right there on International Drive. Been doing the fun show pretty much every year since about 2004. Yeah, roughly 2004 is when I started. That's 15 years. My gosh. How time flies. Does anybody else think they're going to be able to make it to the fun show in January? Starts on January 8th and runs through, I think, the 12th, 10th, 11th, 11th, I think. At Midnight says he wishes. Yeah, I wish too, brother. I'd like to meet you. And then, let's see, what do we have after that? Well, I do have to announce now, and I'll keep announcing it so that you guys will know and you'll be able to stay on my schedule, that let me get my calendar. Okay. My calendar dictates what I'm doing. So here's the dates that we will be having shows from now till the end of the year. We will be having one on November the 26th, which is next Tuesday. And then December the 2nd will be Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday, December the 2nd, we're going to have a huge roll sale. And then we're going to do December the 10th and December the 17th. Those are going to be regular auctions on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. The 24th is a Tuesday night, but that is also not only my happy anniversary with my wife, but that is also Christmas Eve. So we're not going to be doing a show on Tuesday the 24th. Tuesday the 31st is New Year's Eve. We won't do a show on New Year's Eve. We're not going to be doing a show on Tuesday night, New Year's Eve, but we will be doing a show on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a Happy 2020 show. It's a Happy 2020 auction and show. We will have 2,020 items to sell or put up for auction that day. Now you think, wow, that's going to last a long, long time. But you have to imagine that I'm counting, let's say, 2,020 items. If I've got 50 rolls of something and I'm going to sell 50 rolls of something, that's 50 of our 2,020 items. So not everything. It's not going to be 2,020 lots. It's going to be 2,020 items. That's going to be on the 1st of January. It's going to be on New Year's Day. It's going to be about, I'm thinking about starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because just about everybody's off work that day. Not necessarily that not everybody has plans, but we've got enough people who are off work and don't have plans could do a daytime sale. Now on the 7th of January, I'll be having an abbreviated sale because the 8th, the morning of the 8th, is when I'm leaving North Carolina for Florida. So we'll have a show on the 7th, but I will not be able to ship the items from that show for an entire week. I'll ship them after I get back from the show. And then on the 14th, which is the next Tuesday, we will not be having a show at all because I will be in the midst of driving a bunch of rolls cross country. And the 21st and the 28th will be normal shows, and we're back on our normal schedule of Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. with roll reveals to follow most of those weeks. Some of those weeks I won't be doing roll reveals. Where in Florida, is that where the fun show is? The fun show is in the West Concourse, I believe, of the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando. It's off International Drive. And let's see. Looking up to see if I missed anything else. Didn't miss anything else. Vicky said she was confused, and she's still confused because she hasn't said why she's confused, so I can answer her question. Vicky, why are you confused? People still detoxing. Yeah, there will be people detoxing, I'm sure. Won't be me, though. Of course it's the biggest coin show in the nation. Well, it may be. I think it's got a very heavy rival with the World's Fair of Money, which is basically Chicago's show every year now. I'm not highly keen on going to Chicago to go to a coin show, but I'll do it once in a while. I prefer to go to Florida. Now, the show I'll be doing is in Florida. The rolls I'll be picking up is elsewhere in Florida. I'm not going to disclose where that is, just in case people are listening who might want to try to follow me. You could do Chicago. Well, I might do Chicago this coming year. I don't know. It kind of really depends on everything up until that point in time and how things go. Right now, I'm doing very well at business. That's not necessarily to say it's going to be that way next summer. So we'll just have to see. Just outside Chicago, huh? Okay. Have a huge security detail. Not when I'm not at the convention. Well, I tell you, people have been robbed right and left coming out of the Orlando Convention Center. Why is there nothing in New York for shows? Well, they do have shows up in New York once in a while. The A&A Winter Show, the one that happens in March, has been in New York in the last 5 or 10 years. The ANS has done shows in the New York area. And there's also, I can't remember the name of the show, but I believe it might be the CoinX show is in New York. Nothing big ever rounder in Buffalo. Well, yeah, sure there is. There's 2 big things in Buffalo. There's big waterfalls and big piles of snow. 2 things in Buffalo that are large. Yeah, parking in New York City is high dollar. But what I'm talking about generally is when they do these shows, they do them outside the main city area. Overachieving sports teams? More like underachieving. How long have the Bills been down since they lost Super Bowl 4 times in a row? We won't mention that. You meant overachieving. I don't know. Go tell Thurman Thomas and Jim Kelly about that. Here's some old names that you haven't heard in a long time, huh? All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, out of this particular roll, we ended up with 52 normal 1999 proof coins. But we did end up with 52 normal 1999 proof coins, most of them in really good shape. And we do have our 2 roll reveals tomorrow. We're going to have one for another 1999 S roll, and we're going to have another one for a 1956 proof roll. The 1956 proof roll will be at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and the 1999 S roll for tomorrow will be at 7 p.m. So at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. And don't forget, tonight, right here on my channel, we're also going to be having a live Q&A. We got a panel of coin experts who will be talking to you about your coins that you send us photographs of through the email to checkmycoin@yahoo.com and yahoo.com. .com? Com or com? It's com. Yes, definitely .com. Check my coin at yahoo.com. Bills stand for Boy I Love Losing Super Bowls. There you go. Hey, but they haven't lost a Super Bowl in a long time now. Of course, they haven't won one either, but they haven't lost a Super Bowl in a long time. Check my coin at yahoo.com. .coin.com. Check my com at yahoo.coin. I don't know. I'm lost. Layla lady, make sure you come back and watch the show later. I think you'll really like it. Otherwise, have a good night. Time Travelers Coin Exchange, you have a good night too, sir. And everybody, have a good afternoon, good evening. And I'm going to go take a bite with the wife and come back up and get ready for the next show. Have fun, guys.